Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking about Martell side chick of the year, side chick of the decade. Some audio has emerged, and whether it is current or in the past, there's nothing of importance. There's nothing new that this side chick ever says, other than basically she is fine being somebody's placeholder. She is fine being somebody's second option. She is fine being somebody's booty call. She is fine being somebody's side chick, right? Because that's what it is, right? When they're married and they have a wife and a family, and you think that you can compete with that, and you get geeked over the littlest and minimalist of attention and trinkets that the married man provides for you. But this married man, Martell, everything that he has provided to this side chick is because of Melody Cherie. And we don't talk about enough how big Martell's fall is, right? He was so much smoke and mirrors, trying to make it seem like he was a boss, that he was making all these moves. But all it is showing now is he was never the brains of the operation, right? And then he looks even more a fool right now because he is the one who is blocking the kids from being on the show, right? But in doing that, you think you're hurting Melody Cherie, but the reality is you've hurt yourself, because now you don't even have a storyline as a single father, right? To showcase your kids. So you're blocking Melody Cherie, but you're blocking yourself and blocking your screen time on the show, because without Melody Cherie, you have nothing going on. Which is why, whether you're getting along or not, you have continued to make Melody Cherie your life and your storyline and your entire existence. You do not know how to function without talking about Melody Cherie, without planting seeds of lies to the cast members, to your side chick, and whomever else to try to, tarnish her. And it just, and you could just tell that the pillow talk is nothing other than Martell complaining about Melody Cherie Rogers to his side chick, right? So, but either way, they're both obsessed with Mel. They both are, trying to duplicate things she does and fail miserably. They're tracking, what she's doing, trying to see if they can get an in. Using burner accounts, stalking her social media accounts, seeing what businesses and things she's up to. Then they think they can do a clothing line. Then they think that they can sell clothes and do all these other things. And it's like, no. Nobody's going to buy it. You don't have the same fan base. You don't have the same support. So what is the point? Again, all smoke and mirrors. She confirms basically that he comes over in the middle of the night to sleep with her. They basically don't live together. Really, the most Martell probably stays over there is when he's in between, whatever, right? But nonetheless, I didn't get anything that was like, ooh or ah, right? I mean, we know who the side chick is. We know exactly who Martell is. And we know that they were willing to go as far as the stupid revenge pee nonsense to try to further taint Melody Cherie's name. And this notion that people, quote unquote, are afraid to own, or productions afraid to own of Melody Cherie, or exposing the real Melody Cherie. Come on now. You really think OWN wouldn't hesitate to give Melody Cherie a bad edit if one existed? I mean, who are we talking about here? We're literally talking about an executive producer who is the king of messy, is the king of drama, is the king of showing black women, always in a negative light, king of being biased towards certain reality TV people, and then, showing the favoritism and everything else with certain reality TV stars, and then just completely crapping on the other ones, right? And just saying the most vile things about the other ones. It's fine if not everybody's your cup of tea. But do we have to go the slander and insult route to get your point across? Like, I never understand that, right? Make it make sense. Give specific examples as to why somebody is on your nerves or you don't think somebody's a good fit for the show. But if it's just going to be, the jugular and stupid insults and stupid, let me just say something, that's really, messy to try to get laughs. No. Right? But nonetheless, this girl is brainwashed, Martell's side chick, so she's never going to, see a situation for what it is. She said that Martell is blocking her glow up. Here's the thing, you guys. For me, there's not going to be anybody who is going to stop anything I'm trying to achieve other than myself, you guys. You should not be putting all of this onus on a man who can't even devote full time to you, can't even propose to you, can't even marry you after years of messing around with this man while he was married, and even after being a few years out of this divorce and even longer outside of the marriage when they were separated. You have nothing to show for this, right? You finally had a baby out of the several pregnancies that you had, trying to be pregnant the same time as Melody Cherie. You finally did that. But there's nothing that's committed. Which is why all you have is complaining to bloggers, is doing sporadic lives anytime Martell is spotted with another woman on the show, or talking about how much he loves Melody Cherie on the show, or wearing his wedding ring on the show, even though he's clearly divorced. That is the only thing you can latch onto for attention because nobody cares about you. And that's the real reason you won't leave Martell alone, right? It's not even at this point. I'm sure at one point in time you thought you had a chance for him to actually marry you, but that was never going to happen, right? So I think you've accepted that, right? And I think you finally put two and two together that Martell's not rich, right? And that anything that was any resemblance of something, nice or expensive or whatever, that still probably was basic, came from Melody Cherie's account, right? And those same gifts that you were anticipating before while he was married are not the same now. And literally has treated you the exact same as how he was when he was married to Melody Cherie. And he is going to continue to look for his next Melody Cherie that he can put on display, that he can put on a pedestal and sit back while they do all of the work, and then he wants to swoop in and take credit once something jumps off. No. But you, the side chick of the year, you've had multiple times to end this all for once and for all. You could have took this man to court and put him on child support and lived your life and, went back to school for something, got a real job doing something. But instead, you have made your whole life, you have made your whole identity a married man. And it's just so much foolery. It's so much foolery every time something else comes out about you that is revealed, right? It just shows more and more that you are this, this is what the side chick playbook is. Chapter by chapter, right? Not acknowledged, not being seen, treated, like an afterthought, basically. And also this stems from the fact that not only are you jealous of Melody Cherie, you really thought that you had a chance to make this show and to get on this show. And that was never going to be a possibility, you guys. As long as Melody Cherie's on the show, as long as Melody Cherie is a producer on the show, that was never going to happen, right? Because do you know the level of backlash that would be to have the audacity of Martell's side chick now have a platform and now have an opportunity to get a reality TV check on the same show that his wife created, that his wife brought to Carlos King in the first place? You really think that is going to happen? Come on now. You think the boycott was bad when, people wanted Letitia's mom gone and all those petitions? You think that is bad? The show would not survive if she ever made any sort of appearance on the show, right? That's why I don't think the woman that Martell snuck in Houston was the side chick, you guys. Because that would require Martell to actually pay for somebody else's flight. And we know that Martell is cheap as ever, right? He probably was on Tinder or Hinge or one of those dating apps and basically was looking for somebody who was local in Houston that he can hook up with, probably put in his profile he's this big time star and all of this. And, somebody took the bait, right? Somebody took the bait. Maybe he convinced them they might have an opportunity to be on the show. And they took the bait. Or maybe they're just one of those women who are in these comments, who are in on social media at times, that will defend Martell till the very end, no matter how trifling he is. And they'll be like, I don't see why Mel and she can't just let it go and they can't just get along. That is exactly the woman that he brought back to the Airbnb, in Houston. That's exactly who he brought back, right? Because her frame and everything else, and especially her hair, did not look like the side chick, right? We know distinctly what her hair looks like, right? Whether it's done or not done, we know exactly what she looks like. We know what her frame looks like. And this was not giving that, right? But ultimately, there's nothing of any substance. There's nothing of any relevance that the side chick can say, because she does all this double talking. 1 minute, she's obsessed with Mel, she hates Mel and all these things. Another minute, she's telling people on lives not to mess with married man, and that she shouldn't have done that, and she made a mistake, and blah, 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 right? But ultimately, what does all of this mean? How many audios, how many calls she does or whatever, she still cannot move up from her position. Right? So there's nothing that she won in this instance, because Martell is free and single to marry her if he really wanted to. Right? But obviously he knows that his side chick brings nothing to the table, does nothing to elevate his status, does nothing to make him, seem like he's a powerful man. So she will continue to remain the side chick of the decade, right? Until he finds a woman that will. And the scam with Sheree probably would have lasted longer had Martell not been so sloppy in his personal life, right? But see, he can't, take it when there's no focus on him, when there's no attention on him. And then these random social media outbursts, anytime it pertains to something that is rumored about Mel or something he wants to do to try to take the spotlight off of Mel, he has no problem doing that, right? Or wants to, throw the side baby in people's faces, right? He has no problem doing that. But when it's time to put up, when it's actually time to deliver something of substance, Martell is nowhere to be found. And always has to resort back to latching on to Melody Cherie for relevance, whether it is gaslighting, whether it is making himself appear to be the victim, whether it is just blatantly lying on Melody Cherie to take the focus and the onus off of all of the horrible things that he has done, with zero receipts, by the way, to back up anything he's saying, other than to just continue to disrespect and humiliate his ex-wife on TV, right? But there's nobody winning in terms of Martell and the side chick. It's just getting more and more embarrassing, right? And it just shows how both of them gambled, and both of them gambled wrong. And this is their karma. This is the result of that. This is what happens when you decide that you are not going to be a good person. You are no longer going to be faithful to your wife and family. This is what happens when you think before anything went down that Martell was married, and you still took on this affair because you thought something was going to come of it. Right? You thought this was going to lead to, you know, a happily ever after, but it sounds like it is just nothing but chaos and nothing but drama. Right? So there's all that I have on that. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.